assembled here is representative of our community effort to retain and expand Cooper Tire. If you look around the room, I've got TVA, I've got ICC, I've got the City of Tupelo, Tupelo Water and Light, Lee County Board of Supervisors. I don't believe I've missed anybody as far as entities. All of y'all, when we came to you and said almost a month ago, Ron, now, that we needed to give a little blood to make sure that we could maintain and expand this plant, you said, how high can we jump? Three Rivers Planning and Development, ICC, together. And you thought out of the box. I just got a call from Jim Keller, who was the team leader for the Cooper project, and he said, before you step in that room, I want to let you know how appreciative we are in corporate Cooper of the manner in which you approached this exercise. He said, you guys set the standard. The state of Mississippi set the standard for the other packages and the other incentives from the other states. Every time we asked you, what about so-and-so, you responded, and you responded positively to maintain a very positive position for this Tupelo plant. And with that base of support, that community support, I think Ron and Terry were able to do their jobs internally with Cooper to try to make sure that we were certainly not the odd man out. And without further ado, let me ask Ron Roof, Interim Plant Manager, to come and to speak on behalf of Cooper Tire and Rubber Company. And Ron, I hope you're going to bring us some good news this morning.
Just wanted to really come down here to express on behalf of the plant your support, your unfailing support in our efforts to keep us alive here in Tupelo. This is not only a good place to work, but it's a great place to live, as we found out over the last 20 years. So we're happy to be here, and even happier to stay here. Our hearts and our compassion really go out to our fellow employees over in Albany. I know this is going to be very hard on them and their families. We need to think about them in our thoughts and our prayers. You know, that they need to live and survive just like anybody else, and we sure hope that they find their way through life beyond this. You know, there's 1,300 people employed there, same as there is here, so you can imagine the impact this would have had on our community. The same impact is happening now in Albany. We want to thank everybody in this room and people not in this room for going to bat for us. I can't divulge any comparisons, but I can tell you, as a community, as a state, we do not take a backseat to anybody. So, Terry, thank you. No, I want you to follow me.
I may have something.
We're really, and we got the word out to all the plant people today at communication meetings. We had conference calls and 2 large communication meetings at the plant today. They were doing that at all 4 locations. And basically our message to our plant was, this is not the end of a process. This is more or less our graduation ceremony. You know, we're really leaving a phase of our old careers, our old work life, and going into something entirely new, because the economic pressures out there are not easing up. If anything, they're getting more intense. So what we're doing now, we really need to redouble our efforts in the next, within the next 3 to 5 years, to make sure we don't have to go through this again. The world is very competitive out there. The tire market is especially competitive out there, with 75% of that market being comprised of imports. So with that, that's about all I have to say, other than really thanks to each one of you for your help.
He wants to say anything. Mary, you want to say something?
No, I do. I just want to echo what Ron said about the community support. I've been around here 17 days. It'll be 25 years since we bought the facility. I came on the scene shortly thereafter. I knew how good you guys were, but I didn't know you were that good. We were just so proud of our state and community and local officials and representatives for taking care of us. I'd be neglected if I didn't also mention people at the Cooper plant. We just got a great bunch of folks. Typically, the factory worker comes to work, wants to do his job, doesn't want to be bothered. Our folks are just the opposite. They like change. They like new ideas. They like to try new things, and that's what kept us alive and will keep us going in the future. So our heads go off to them too. When we walked in the door, you all applauded us. Ron and I want to give you a little applause because you're.
Well, again, these gentlemen have had a lot of pressure on them over the last 30 days. I can tell you that they have operated in a tremendously professional manner. It has been strenuous. It has been nervous, and over a period of time, these guys have both cried and applauded with us from time to time, but they have maintained their professional stature. And their job of communicating with the 1,200 employees and the 600 contractors at the plant has not been easy. And there's been difficult times during that process. But again, like they have, I want to thank you, because without the entities that we have in this room, Three Rivers, TVA, ICC, City of Tupelo, Tupelo Water and Light, TVA, Board of Supervisors, there's no way. But together, again, it's kind of that Tupelo spirit thing. Together again, we have risen to the occasion. And it makes no doubt in my mind that whatever challenge is thrown to us by this economy, we will rise to that occasion. And retaining and expanding Cooper Tire is a great foothold into the next generation in 2009. So, gentlemen, thank you for your faith. Thank you for your effort. Thank you all here. You know, every time you start naming people, you miss somebody. And I missed a big one, and that is Governor Haley Reeves Barber. Governor Barber, Grace Swope at MDA, they stepped up from the very, very beginning. We started negotiations with them 30, 40 days ago. They were informed, and they came through like gangbusters. We would not have been able to put a retention package yet together, a retention and expansion package together to retain this company if it had not been for their efforts. They really led the way in an unprecedented way. Now, we all asked them to set the bar pretty high, but at the same time, they were the ones that came through with some innovative ideas, make sure that they were competitive. So Governor Barber, MDA, again, a great gratefulness from the Tupelo Lee County community and from the entities that involved with them, especially Cooper Tire.
Part of the communication plan this morning involved Roy Arms, our CEO, personally calling Governor Barber this morning. So I would think he was probably the third one in the state to find out that this decision had been made. And as David said, yeah, we really tip our hats to Governor Barber and his staff and all of our representatives that had anything to do with this.
I want to second and add to what Tom just said. David would want me to do this, but let me begin by saying this. Throughout this campaign, we've been saying Cooper proud. And we're certainly proud today of the two gentlemen here, the staff there, and all of the employees. They've been tremendous through all of this. David's mentioned countless people this morning, and it, to me, embodies the spirit of this community, this region, and this state. It's tremendous. When it needs to be done, we get it done. But what I want to add to what Tom, and I get to see this firsthand, David and his staff here are tremendous, and I know he wouldn't want me to say that or wouldn't want all the credit. It's a lot of people that contributed to this, but an outstanding job of leadership. So let's give them a hand.
I think that's it.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.